Hello everyone, back at Truck in a Box. New day, got some big news, so I'll give you that and let you know what the plan is. So let me get to that. So the big news is I spoke with the Morrisons over the weekend, and I think the game plan going forward is we're just going to pull the motor out. I think that's the right thing to do, considering don't know the state of the clutch, don't know the state of the transmission, just pull it all out as one. I already got it torn down pretty far, so why not just go the extra and pull it out? That way you know it's done right, and hopefully there won't be any issues in the future. So the game plan is to get everything that's attached to the motor out or off. So all these hoses, all the wires, get all that stuff disconnected. Unsure about all this mess. I think what we're going to try and do is remove the brace and then just pull it straight out. Disconnect, obviously the transmission, the drive shaft and all that, and just pull it all out as one unit. So that means all this stuff has to come off of here. So that way we can just remove it all at once. So that's what I'm going to be working on. Going to get started by disconnecting the batteries, making sure nothing's connected there, because got to disconnect all the wires from the starters and stuff. So we'll get started there. It looks like today the Morrisons were kind enough. They hooked up a pump and drained this hydraulic tank for the PTO, so that way we can take that off the transmission without getting hydraulic fluid everywhere. There's probably, there's probably 30 to 50 gallons worth of hydraulic fluid in there. So I think they got that drained today. I haven't talked to them yet. I think they're going to stop by a little bit later this evening. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'll bring you guys along. First step, get this battery box off, or cover off. Pull those straps and should slide right off. In theory. Alright. Set that down. So doesn't look like all the batteries are hooked up. I don't know, maybe it's just that one on the right. I don't know. Probably going to end up, these batteries don't look like they're very old. So, and I believe they have a charge. So if you come in here and you turn the key on, there's actually power. And hey, the radio even comes on. That's a plus, right? Working radio. So anyway, so I'm gonna probably end up taking those back to the house and put a trickle charger on them or something. Make sure they stay charged, stay alive. I don't want them draining all the way and then end up being no good. So, all right, let me get some tools and we'll get those cables off there and we'll keep going. All right, batteries are disconnected. I will put the battery box cover back on for now. But now we're ready to keep going. Start taking some stuff off here. So I'll bring you back. So a lot of this stuff is already taken loose, obviously, from removing the head. So I'm going to snip this bundle here and try and bring those so I can get the bulk of these wires moved out of the way. it's going to be a huge undertaking to reroute all these wires correctly, but I don't know, we'll get it figured out when we put it back together. So alright, let me get some more of this stuff taken apart. Making some good progress. Got all the lines off the air compressor. Got everything that, except for the starter down there. I got to get all that stuff off of there. It looks like I got everything except for the power steering. I'm gonna take that off of there and see if there's any fluid in there, because that line has to come off here, and I don't want to take that line off and have, you know, a bunch of quarts power steering fluid all over the place. So I'm going to check that, and then if that's filled, I'll have to just bring a container to put that in, but that won't stop tonight because there's still stuff over here that needs to be removed. So we'll keep going. I'll bring you back as I make progress. So I checked the dipstick here. Sure enough, it's filled with fluid. So gonna have to bring something of that. Bring a container to empty that into. Probably do that tomorrow. So, all right. I think besides the starter, maybe the fuel line. Yep. Get this guy off. I think that should be it, except for the starter down there. So, all right, keep going. All right, got this nasty fuel hose off. Probably did it the wrong way. I took it off here, but first I had to take it off the side of the fuel filter there, so I could twist the fitting out, you know, the whole hose and everything, all at the same time. So, all right, one more thing removed. Looking pretty good down here. Looks like the wires for the starter, and I think, well, besides power steering pump, I think that should be it on this side. So let's move over to the other side and see what we can get into. Probably just going to start with the obvious stuff and easy stuff to get to. We'll start with taking these coolant lines off, get those out of the way, and then see what we got after that. Good progress. Got the hoses off there, got the hoses off back there. I guess that's the oil cooler. So that's all taken off. That looks like everything on this side of the engine. So I don't see anything else on this side. So it looks like those two hoses in the back there, those go all the way around. They plugged in over here. I don't know what they connected to, but they're disconnected. That's these two here. So I don't know what those originally connected to. I'm sure I'll find out when I put it back together. But man, wow, that's got me worried. Look at that. Who knows what kind of wiring issues. And what is this, house wire? Man, I don't know. I don't know what people think when they work on these things. So, anyway, it looks like I only have the power steering and the starter stuff. Starter wires up under there. Trying to get you a view. So I got that left, and obviously a bunch of stuff under the truck, of course. Got to pull the drive shaft and pull the PTO. Got to get that off of there. Got to pull the shifter, get all that taken out, air lines, all that good stuff. So yeah, I think it's really hot out today, so I think that's going to do it for today. I'll try and bring you more footage. Let's see under there. Let's see what we're going to be dealing with here. So let's see what we got here. Man, that's some big old heavy stuff. I have to bring a jack or something. Hold that drive shaft up. Start messing with that. Because man, that looks like a monster. So, alright, I think that's going to do it for this video. Sorry it's a short one. But good news is making progress. It's slow, but we're getting there. So the plan is once we get the engine out, I'm gonna take it to my house. We'll get the transmission separated because, you know, might as well put a clutch in it while we're here, unless it looks brand new, which I really doubt that's going to be the case. But get the engine out, get it to my house. At that point, I can get these bolts out. I was thinking just, you know, probably finish drilling that one out, or just weld a bolt onto there, or a nut onto there, or a bolt, stick a bolt inside there and do it. Looks like somebody already tried that with this one. Looks like somebody got some weld or something on there. Same thing with the one up on top. Just weld some nuts, you know, put a nut over top of it, and then fill in the inside with filler material. Hopefully that's enough to get it out of there. I'll probably end up just, you know, cutting away most of that stuff. Just take a whiz wheel or a nibbler or something and just cut that off. Make it a little easier to work with. But then I'm gonna actually tear it apart. I used to do this stuff, not diesel stuff, not this big stuff, but car stuff when I was growing up. So I understand the basics. I have the SIS software from Caterpillar, so I can, or I should say I have access to it. So that way, you know, you can go through and it gives you step by step of how to put things together, take things apart, stuff like that. So I'm going to utilize that, and probably what I was thinking about doing, and I got to reach out to KT 3406E, that's his YouTube channel. He has a machine shop out there that he uses that does the inserts and, you know, the bottom inserts, and, you know, they deck the head, they balance the crankshaft. So I think I'm going to give it all apart and then possibly crate it up and see if I can send it to him and get that machine work done, because, you know, from what I can tell, his motors or his engines are pretty good. So if I can get the machine work done where he gets that done, get it back, get me a rebuild kit. I think I can get that from KT as well. I think he sells them. I think I have a line on ahead. The Morrisons know somebody that may have a head that they're willing to let go, so I need to wait to hear from them. Also, the other day when I took the bumper off, both of these mounting locations are broke off, so I need to get these horns. Well, I mean, I guess you could weld this up. You know, it's cast material though, so, you know, I don't know how strong that's going to end up being. But these are broke off. I took the bumper off, which, the way I understand it is, it's a pretty common thing with these Peterbilts, and I guess Kenworths too. So I found a couple online. They're really expensive, but, you know, while it's all apart, just, you know, make it right. So the other incentive for pulling the entire engine out is just to clean up all this. I mean, this is just a mess. So get somebody out to, you know, either steam wash it, pressure wash it, or maybe even sandblast it and put some fresh paint on it. You can see on the inside there it's pretty scaly, but over here is just because I think that power steering pump was leaking, and it's just it's a mess. Look at that, it's just caked on, just years and years of neglect, I guess. But so that's the plan. Get it out, get it all cleaned up, you know, get new hoses, just, you know, make it right. You know, replace all the AC stuff. It was all rusted and nasty. Obviously the reservoir bottom needs replaced, but you know, just straighten some stuff out. You know, it's all messed up there. So I know it's going to get expensive, just, you know, the nickel and dime stuff, all the hoses and all that, but I don't want to go to all this trouble and then, you know, end up having to replace hoses later. It's just easier to do it now. You can pull them out, measure them, you know, get some cut. Just, you know, just easier. You know, and I don't know what this was. Looks like something was connected to it. Maybe this. I don't know. There's a bracket. Who knows? If anybody has a resource for looking up parts for Peterbilt, I'd really appreciate it if you'd leave a comment, let me know, or reach out to me, because, you know, like these things, you know, I kind of get a little bit of a part number and go searching, try and find one, but, you know, there may be other iterations or the same part number may fit, so it'd be nice if I could somehow figure out how to maybe, you know, cross-reference some stuff and you know, try and find some parts for this thing. So yeah, I don't know. So like I said, if anybody has a resource or, you know, can help me out with something like that, that would be wonderful. But yeah, I think that's the plan. I'm gonna get out of here. You cleaned up, get out of here. Summer's here. It's really hot, humid. So the goal was this week to get this engine out. I think the Morrisons, they got something going on this weekend. So although there's not a real big rush now, because I'm going to be rebuilding it or tearing it apart and putting it back together. I can't do the machine work, obviously. But anyway, just rambling now. So all right, well, thanks again for watching. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. If you wouldn't mind subscribing, that'd be wonderful too. Leave some comments, help me out a little bit. So all right, next time I'll bring you back and make some more progress. Hope everyone's well, and see you next time.